Hello everybody and welcome back to Kansas Gaming. Kansas here, bringing you some more Space Engineers and the long way to go, the survival campaign. Alright guys, if you're new to the channel, do remember to hit that subscribe button, smash that like button, tap that notification bell and leave us that nice comment below. Now, as one of my favourite YouTubers would say, let's get on with the game. Alright guys, I've been doing quite a lot, and as you can see I've added a bit of splash of colour. I've managed to build everything we've done so far. I've even added in a few bits and pieces. As you can see here, I've added in a rotor and a hinge with a camera somewhere on here. Where has it gone? On the other side. Yes, it must be on the other side. There we are, camera. Couple that with a custom turret controller. You've got yourself a sun tracking solar array. Alright, also guys, as you can see, I've now got it's fully operational in a way, medical centre. I've brought in our build and repair system. We've got an ore detector, and as you can see, a lot of this is offline at the moment because of the fact that, well, the sun isn't exactly in a favourable position. So I'll put that back on charge mode. Alright, as you can see, we've got the wheels in, and they are huge. I mean, check this bad boy out. 5x5 off-road. I mean, it's humongous. If we go to external camera view, yeah, we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of our guys in height. And that's probably where the 5 comes from. Because each of these big blocks are like 2.5 meters tall, so it sort of gives you an idea of scale. I've also managed to find some silver as well, and some gold. I've dug it all out, and we've got ourselves our fusion reactor. So all we need now is hydrogen. Now hydrogen, I now understand, comes from these bad boys, these hydrogen collectors. So basically this is something they've added in to actually do the same sort of job as, say, like the hydroponics farms. So that's also something else that I'm going to add on to my little solar array. So if I now go in here, here we go, we've got an oxygen farm. These are great for being able to get some oxygen for, for ourselves to be able to survive. And what I'm going to do, oh, look at that, there we go, the sun's just hit, which is now providing power. As you saw, I put the batteries into charge just the right time, actually. So what I'm going to do is slowly but surely, I'm going to take apart one of these containers and then add in one of these hydrogen farms and basically see if I can actually figure out, is there a good way of doing this? Probably, actually. Yeah, like that. I have to see what it looks like when it's made, but so far that seems to be the best way around. Alright, looks like we're going to need some steel for this, so produce ourselves about 20 units of steel. And we'll figure out what we need as we go along, but we'll get as much out of our inventories as we can as we go down the line. Well, I was saying that was probably a stupid idea because I'm now out of steel plate again. Right, are these accessible? Yes, they are. Cool. Alright. Alright, so I'll tell you what, let's produce 100 of these. That should cover everything that we need. Looks like the sun's moving quite quickly around the planet. Okay, where's the rest of the plate? I thought I ordered 100 of them. Probably, yeah. There we go. Yeah, that's the build and repair system. Nick the 10. It's now these only provide about, I think it was like half a litre, like every few minutes or something. I forget what it was exactly. However, having all this lined up is probably going to work in our favour, at least to begin with, to get our fusion plant up and tracking. Right, we'll leave that last one down at the bottom for obvious reasons. And right, that'll be that. So let's see what we got. So we've got a few of these going. Actually, you know what? Let's go hydrogen. Ah, you can't. It's not actually be in the build queue, so. So maybe this isn't the best way of doing this. So bulletproof construction, small steel. I think there's some computers in there somewhere. Oh, large steel. Oops. Alright, now where's our... We drop off everything we got in here as well. That'll probably help as well to actually build everything that we need. Okay, so steel, bulletproof, large, small, construction, computer, bulletproof, steel. Okay. Hopefully that's all of that done. We'll add into that mix, say 400 of that. Whatever's remaining. I see, it's doing it bit by bit. As you see, they're all active, facing the sun. They've got the 4 bars. Say for... Oh, I see. So the more repaired it is, the better. "20 computers, 20 bulletproof glass." Now, do we have that? Or do we need to make it? Then what we can do is we can just frag the rest. should basically get rid of everything. Okay. So once we've got rid of all this, we can then move on to the next project. Okay, even though it says oxygen output, it means hydrogen. So we've got 0.9 litres per minute. And this one we're going to change to 1. Now I've put in front of it Destiny. I've decided to call it the Destiny Maker. I've been watching a lot of Eden Zero recently, and I like the Machina Maker name. So I think that's what inspired the name in the end. So yeah, we drop those in place. There we go. Oh, look at that. And there's that running full bore for us. Okay. Go and get some energy and hydrogen, which again is going to be our next port of call. We need some way of being able to stop having to use this the moon drop pod. Because if that disappears, we need a way of being able to be able to get hydrogen and oxygen. We don't yet actually have a means, or at least not one that I'm aware of. I mean, tell you what, let's try this. Right. Right, so I'm pulling hydrogen from those. So at least I can do that, but we also need some of these. Now, I left the gap in here deliberately for this project. Now, the idea was these will sit sort of like that in between the solar panels, but for that we're going to need to add in a gap, gap maker. So right, let's get a number of these back again. Okay, because the idea I've got now is if I have say the conveyor block on the side there, and then an angle piece there holding our oxygen farm, that's going to bring that to about where the next one starts. So we're going to then need some extensions on the bottom as well. So we probably need something like, no, it's probably too far. So we'd probably need something like that. So let's get some steel plate. There we go. Grab it all before the build and repair system does. I mean, I could turn the build and repair off, I suppose, but we could then do something like that. So if needs be, we could nest another one in behind. Okay, so I think we've got a battle plan here. So if we add in these conveyor ports. Now technically I could have used T-pieces, but I wanted something a bit more chunky for that stage. Right, there we go. That's... Oops! I just realised I've forgotten something here. We need the angle pieces. Otherwise this isn't going to work at all. There we go. Now, there we go. So we need 6 corners, 6 conveyors, and 12 Alright. So let's go conveyor. So we need 6 of these. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of the corners. And then 12 of the conveyor tubes. That click that you just heard was me pressing control to do 10 of them. Okay. The next thing we need after that would be the oxygen farms. And again, we got 12 of these. So control click. 1, 2. Right, so that'll be all of that being made in the meantime. So slowly but surely we will see that all being constructed. So if I go back into the control seat, bring in my spectator cam, as you can see, things are slowly getting built as we're going along. So at least we've got now a way of being able to power everything. Now that fusion reactor, I am going to toggle that off for the moment so it can just fill. Interesting. Current output is there. So why is that not showing filling? Okay. Alright, looks like we're getting this. It's made most of the conveyor systems now, so I imagine once it gets to the farms that will quickly populate as well. Right, guess while we're waiting for that, we now need to figure out where we're going to store hydrogen and oxygen, because we are going to need somewhere for all of that as well. Now, got several ways we can do this. One, we could use the small storage tanks, or we could use some bigger ones, bigger variations. That's a better term. Okay, so like I say, you got the oxygen tank, the big hydrogen tank, the small hydrogen tank, and the industrial one. Now, when it comes to the hydrogen tanks, I do like this one. I mean, it looks cool. It sits nicely. Problem is where do we put it? I mean, technically speaking, could do something like that, but under normal circumstances. But we don't have the room based on our current design. Alright guys, this is where I need your help, guys. I mean, yeah, leave us a comment in the below. Should I keep this as a vehicle? Or should I start thinking ship mode? Because we've got all the materials we need now. We got platinum somewhere around here. Where is it? Over that way. I think I saw another deposit over that way when I did a search earlier. If I was to quickly throw on the ore detector, you can see what is in the local neighbourhood as well. Oops, I forgot. I haven't switched on the antenna. Currently using the antenna on the drop pod. Okay, that is broadcasting, which is great. So yeah, so we've got a little bit of magnesium that fell from the sky. We've got some more silver over there, nickel. We've got a little bit of iron which fell from the sky. Got some uranium over there somewhere. Platinum, more cobalt. So yeah, like I say, guys, should I make a ship and then rearrange maybe all of this onto the ship, or should I still continue make a rover and sort of try and go from there? I mean, it'd be interesting with this solar array on the top of it, but we will figure it out as we go along. So guys, let me know in the comments below, what do you think I should do? Alright, back to what we were doing. We were trying to figure out where to put some hydrogen tanks. Now I'm thinking, let's get rid of one of these storage units and put the hydrogen tank in between. Now, with that, it'll take some work, but we could put it here. Or we can just, like I say, this one is empty. We can just grind this down and replace it. So then throw that in between. We'll add in our colour scheme, which is, yep, that one at the moment. Like that. Right. That's why I didn't add last time. There you go, it's adding in the hydrogen tanks. So all we need now is some O2 storage. Sorry, using the jetpack quite a lot does that, but right now I really need to see the local area and what I'm doing. Yeah, I've got an idea. It's simple and effective. All we do, I need some interior plate. Okay. Once we've got some materials to actually pull this off, there we go. So add in one of those there, one of those there, a T-piece there, and then we need some steel plate to make the two tanks in between. Oh, look at that. And we've still got a walkway access down below as well, so, you know. What is ticking? Is it you that's ticking? Conveyor system, fly mode. No, that's not ticking. Okay. All right. So, let's do this the old-fashioned way then. Grab those, grab that, grab that. Not sure why the hydrogen tank's in there, because we've already got that one done. Okay. As it stands anyway, that build repair system, we now know what is ticking, so we can turn it off when we don't need it. But rest of the time, we'll have that turned off. Okay. Now the colorations on those are wrong. For that I used, yeah, that was it, the neon colorable light one. So that we got the different sort of idea, different coloration if you will. Okay. That's just finishing off all of that as well. And hopefully, once we have that in place, there'll be one more challenge done. Right, next one is going to be, I think, building these hinges up. Okay. This is where the spectator cam comes in useful, because now we move that here, we can now work on each of these hinges in turn. So if we now reverse that, oh, power might be an idea. No sign of the meteors as of yet. Oh, there they are. What's that? Magnesium? And we've got a few other craters to worry about. Okay. New problem. Not everything has been built. Why? Bulletproof. That's done. That is not. That's done. That's not at all. Computers and bulletproof glass. Computers. All right. Okay. So theoretically, as you just saw, that works. A dream. So, technically we don't have any reason for the drop pod at the moment because we have now got everything sorted out here. Okay, now I think we need to start thinking quite heavily about upgrading our command center so that we can start utilizing it for well, exactly that functionality as a command center. Okay, what do we use as glass? Half windows, the bridge sloped windows. Oh, the choices are numerous. Let's grab a bit of that, bit of that. I mean, we could do something maybe like that, have a little bit of a bubble party going, maybe. we don't really need that much, do we? Or where was it? It was up here somewhere, wasn't it? There's the other type of windows. They seem to have gone missing. So either that, or I obviously can't remember where they've been put. No, it wasn't there. It wasn't in the doors. It wasn't in the blast doors. It was... There we go. Vertical. What I'm thinking... A bit the old classic. For that we need some steel plate. We'll go for 100 units of that. And then what we can have is like a bit of a corner there, one piece there. I'll have so we have a middle there. Alright. So that bit goes there. That bit goes there. Then we'll have the right hand pit, which goes there. And its companion piece goes there. Okay. Now for the rest of this, I think I'm using the light armor rather than the heavy. The heavy is just really for the chassis, if you will. Oh yeah, we'll have a bit of that action in there. That's going to look nice. And then around here, we go back to a standard bit there, and then in here we will bring it out like that into there. I'll have that bit in there like that. Oh yeah, that's looking quite snazzy. And then what we can do is, whoops. If we line that edge like that, and then bring that like that there. So what I'm thinking of doing is trying to raise the roof up a bit. And then have like some hanging inset lights in there or something like that. Just trying to remember where each of the bits are that I need. There we go. Get that in there. That in there like that. Bring that around there. Right, then that's got that in place. So, like I say, I wanted to put in some hanging inset lights. So we'll get rid of that and we'll go into here. Because I like these new inset light panels. They're really quite nice. So we'll have a pair of them in like that, hanging down from the ceiling. And then we'll get these half blocks in all around just to finish the job. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. And then what we can then do is... Oh, sorry, okay. There we go. So, walk in here. There we go. Look at that. You just sort of imagine the... Yeah, everything that we're going to be doing from here in out. Yeah, you've got a view out everywhere, pretty much. Right, do we have construction comps? Now we'll put in 100 of them. Right, which then leads me to the last thing I want to do today before we sign off and I finish the rest of this off. In here and in there. Well, in somewhere around here. Yeah, there. Perfect. Right. What I want to do is I want to throw in a programmable block. For that I'm going to need a steel plate. Or a couple of steel plate. Ah, no steel plates to steal. Ah, that'll do. Right, I'm going to throw in there. Oh, excuse me, I am terribly sorry about that. And then what we're also going to do... Oh, yes. I forgot about the computer bank. Sorry, no. That's going. I wonder if I can get that in here. Alright, because we've got this in here, there. That we could move. Or, I wonder if this is airtight. Basically, have that in the corner there. And then... Sorry, mate. I'm going to remove that there. Replace that with a timer block. Now, which one do we want? More militaristic or the old style? I'm leaning towards the old style myself. There we go. Now what I'm leaning towards here, excuse the pun, is I'm going to... Oh, good. We've got the lighting in place. Right, large steel tube, motor, right. Is the programmable block, I'm going to bring in Izzy script. The timer block is going to just be for, well, if we need anything for like doors and things like that. You know, it depends on really if we're going to extend this over at all. Right, bulletproof glass. Do we have enough bulletproof glass? Yeah, so we'll grab 100 of those. Oh, look at that. Izzy can go in here now. So we'll put in our destiny at the beginning of there. We'll put in here Izzy. Now if we scroll down here, we go script. I have a digital clock in there. In here we go edit. Go browse script. We want Izzy's inventory manager. Copy to editor. Alright. Okay, let's have a look through what we've got here. Right, auto consignment container name. We're going to change that to a false. We're going to change that to false as well. We're going to do that manually. Unassigned switch. Signals in here is 1. We'll have that as a false. Enable auto crafting, auto disassemble. Yep. Right. Okay, I think that's everything. So we'll do a check code. And boom. There we go. That's a running. Okay, so for that we are going to need some screens. So let's get in some of our handy LCDs. We're going to need some interior plate for this. There is one other thing I have just realised that we are missing. And that is an oxygen feed into this room. Okay. Actually, no. You know what I'm going to do? No, not the widescreen one. Where is it? Yeah, we'll add the transparent one. No, that's construction components. I could have done that actually. That is true. I could have put in a couple of wall panels with the new LCDs in them. Because technically speaking, I don't need anything more than just those 2 panels, do I? So let's bring that in there. No, it was. Oh, I know what I've done. Okay. Then in here, all blocks, TV. There we go. 2 LCD screens coming right up. Alright, we'll get some display. We're low on silicon. Alright, steel plate is all we need for those. Alright, nickel. Uranium, cobalt, ionized silicon is over that way. And I bet you anything that's underground. Yep. I had a feeling that was going to be underground. About 30 meters underground. Okay. Time to drill for some silicon. Oh, there it is. Hold on, wait, that's nickel. Said nothing about nickel being in here. Alrighty then. Hey, yeah. Shows nickel. Right, I am confused. That shows nickel and then silicon behind it, sort of. Again, that's nickel, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. More of the same. I think I'd just have had better luck if I was just mining normally. Alright. Tell you what would do. Rather than mess around with all of that. Where's our base? Right, there is our cobalt mine. I need to clear out some stone anyway from some areas. Plus also, I think if I go down deep enough, I think I've got some loose stone down here anyway. Yeah, right down here. Nope. Also, it might be worth trying to drill out some of this cobalt anyhow. There is an entrance. It's around here somewhere. That rust freighter's getting closer and closer. Might have to do something about the shape of this though. It's a rebel alliance. No, sorry, correction, empire. Okay. So, this one would be... not main. Alright, give me a second, just got to look this up. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. I've actually forgot what the keyword was. So, in this case, we want LCD autocrafting 1 and autocrafting 2. Because now, what we're going to do, we're going to make one of everything. Or at least everything we can make. I Right, so about the only thing I haven't made is all of that. Right, obviously we've got a load of stuff that we need certain materials for, so I will do that at a later date. Why haven't you updated? Okay. I have crafted one of everything, so why hasn't it shown up? Right, maybe it just needs me to sign out the game and then log back in again. Alright guys, well I'm going to leave it here for now guys. I hope you enjoyed this episode and I'll catch you next time on Casualist Gaming.